Andrew, do you know who Chase Young is?
Yeah, of course.
No. My point is, I don't either.
Before I said that Cade Cunningham would never be an All-Star, and I just wanted to double down on that. I just.
We're back
What's going
with
on
another
with Mike's video?
I know.
Is everybody's brackets broken yet? Some more March Madness on the way. And why don't we do some mock drafts for the Niners and Raiders? All that next. Let's go. Welcome back, Gem Squad. I'm MK. I'm your host. I'm here with Tesla Mace, John, and Drew. I love it.
Advertising.
I love
That's
it.
an intro right there.
I love it. What's going on, fellas? How you doing tonight?
Good.
Well.
How you doing?
Not too
So
bad.
good.
Not too bad.
Wait,
See,
depends. Are
John-
we talking about March Madness or what are we talking about?
Is the
Oh,
can you mute
dang.
him? Can you
All
mute
right.
him?
Oh, wait.
I
Hold
think
on.
he can.
No,
He's got the power
Don't
to
be
do
jealous, guy.
We already talked about it, Andrew. You
that. You
missed
get a
you
10-second
missed it.
timeout.
Yeah, you missed it. We're already done with that topic.
I just am I muted still? Oh, I just saw you guys the start right now. That's why I jumped on. Like, oh, we're live. I better jump on right now.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. As you can see, Drew and Tesla Mace have not gotten the memo to show up on Tuesday basketball, and John and I are flexing some new drip,
That's
showing
right.
off some new drip, some jam-packed T-shirts. Love it, love it, love it.
Nice.
No, I'm just
I'm
kidding.
still
I'll just
waiting
give
on
you guys
mine.
a
I'm
hard
still
time.
waiting on mine. I gotta show up. I'm giving you guys some extra practice. That's all.
This
Drew
guy.
came in hot, dropping his phone and everything. He's super anxious for us to get started with this March Madness bracket. Let's see if I can pull this.
I actually haven't checked. How am I doing on that?
Don't lie. Don't lie.
I heard you're doing okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Don't lie. Let's
Could
see.
get rough
Oh,
near
yeah.
the end though.
For those who did join us or had joined us last week, we filled out our first. Well, we gave our first couple rounds of picks, right? Mike's shaking his head because he sees himself down there in third.
Yeah, let me just say the SEC lied to me. They bamboozled me. What I thought I knew, the Pac-12 sucks, and all of a sudden they're good, and the ACC and the Pac-12 are like the two best conferences in basketball now. So I mean, I don't even know what to say, man. I watch the most basketball out of all of y'all, and it doesn't reflect in my picks. So,
But it
I
might
don't
have been
know.
because during the picking process, you were like going from one side to the other side and going back and forth. So, man, karma must have bit you, my friend.
It could be.
It
It could be.
definitely did.
Maybe I knew too much about the one team and the other. I don't know. It was tough because some of the matchups, I'm like, man, I like both of these squads. Normally, I would pick both of them, but they happen to be matched up with each other. So it's been crazy. The first round, there were a bunch of upsets. First couple of days, there were a bunch of upsets, but really, day 3 and 4, I mean, it was just you picked the favorite, and they pretty much won.
Yep.
So, it's kind of an odd tournament in that sense. it'll be interesting to see. I'm really excited. I don't know if I'm jumping ahead, but I'm really excited for that UConn game coming up. Little rematch of the Final Four last year. So
Definitely, definitely excited for that matchup. I think the one upset that stood out to me though, and the only reason why it stood out is because you gave Grand Canyon such good vibes and it was like the sea of purple. It was like electric, and then went with the other team, and then they proved you wrong.
And
I
then they
think I
actually
Out
did
of
changed
it.
won the
back. I
game.
think I changed back to Grand Canyon on that one. That was electric though. Even yesterday versus Bama, that could be the craziest game I've ever seen in my life, right? Like that was like I don't know if you guys watched that game, but they were just running up and down the court as fast as can be. Just I mean, terrible, terrible basketball. Like let's just call it what it is. Like even Barkley said afterwards, like, what did I just watch? Like it was madness. Like literally just running down, throwing up a layup off the backboard and missing it, and then running down and shooting. And I mean, there were so many fouls at the end. It would seem like every point Grand Canyon scored in that second half towards the end was a free throw. It's like I I've never seen that before. And I think Alabama's coach Oates is a good coach too. So I was really surprised at like Grand Canyon doing what they do. But man, yeah, that was interesting. And then the FAU coach, you saw he got a job with Michigan. So he took
Yep.
his success from last year and now he's wearing the yellow of Michigan. So it's been a fun tournament to watch. But like I said, yesterday and Saturday was just the favorites galore. So
How come no? I mean, I thought Yale was a pretty good upset. I don't know who picked Yale to move on.
Not me.
It's Ivy
Just
League.
rubbed it in.
How'd you bet against those guys, man?
man,
They're like
Auburn had
doing
every chance
geometry
to
on the
win
court?
that game. That was bizarre. Missing front ends of free. I think they missed 5 free throws in the last minute. Like
There was a lot of
front ends
crazy
of free
endings.
throws. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just Yale did not deserve to win that game. As proven in the second round of them getting demolished by San Diego State. Like I mean they lost by 30. Like we all wanted to see Auburn versus San Diego State. So at least I did. Everyone but Andrew did. Good
Yeah.
call on that, Andrew. I'll give you some
Yep.
credit.
Thanks. And I picked San Diego State to beat Yale, so that's all good.
Yeah, definitely held up on that one. You guys want to go through the next round, Sweet 16? What do you guys like in Sweet 16 right now? What
I don't know
matchups
that
you looking at?
anyone's gonna beat UConn. UConn just looks really good, really good. Although they did have like a little 4-minute stretch yesterday towards the end that they weren't particularly motivated, but they were up 17 at the time or 22 at the time. So it's like how do you fault them for that, right? I think is it UNC Gonzaga? Is that the next game coming up too? I think that's going to be a great game. I
That's
know
my game.
John's holding his breath there.
Yep.
Arizona. I hope Arizona wins. I hope UNC wins. If they do, I will probably be going to that game. That
That's
Elite
awesome.
Eight of U of A versus North Carolina. Which that's Love's old school, so that'll be interesting too. Caleb Love versus his old school last year, so that'll be interesting. Purdue. Oh, did you guys watch the Houston game last night?
I missed
So Houston is up by 11 points with the minute 30 left.
And only lost by 5.
Yeah, but then they go into overtime. Like you tell me a team that's up with the minute 30 left, like up 11, like you're talking a double-digit lead. And I mean, A&M is fouling. They're just, missing free throws, or they make free throws and A&M's coming down, getting and one, shooting a 3 at the buzzer to tie it to go into overtime. Then it goes into double overtime. All 4 of Houston finished the game without their four of their starting 5 because they all fouled out.
Jeez.
I mean, just incredible. It's hard to say that they're the favorite to go to the championship, which a lot of people had going in. So after that performance, I was really surprised. But yeah. If you want, we could go through the games or whatever and take Andrew's list and just copy them because
let's
go through the guru.
Let's go through the actual matchups for the Sweet 16, and then next week we'll figure out where we fared in our original picks. So first matchup you got is UConn, San Diego State. Everybody pretty much taking UConn on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew, you going opposite or what?
No, I have UConn actually going to the final, so I'm gonna.
So do I. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
Let's
should be a better
go.
game than people think, though. I think, like I said, UConn. That was a matchup last year in the Final Four. So knock
Yeah,
San Diego State out.
definitely.
So,
I mean, San Diego State just trashed Yale by like
Yeah.
30 points.
yeah, exactly.
The
It'll
next
be a good game.
matchup, we got Illinois versus Iowa State, 2 and 3 seed.
Hey, Kaden.
Hey,
Nice,
what
there
up,
he is.
Kaden?
There it is.
What's up,
Hey,
bud?
Welcome to the podcast, good sir. All right.
He's got his
Bear
Arizona.
down.
He's got his Arizona
Bear down.
sweater on too.
Very
Love
There
it.
you go.
Love it. In this Illinois
cool.
Iowa State matchup, who you guys taking? Drew, who you taking?
So I picked Iowa State. At this point, I think they've played really well so far, and so I'm just gonna, and that's who I picked to beat Illinois in that round, anyways. And like Mike said, second round, a lot of the favorites won, and I kind of just riding the favorites in the end. Pick my upsets the first round, then go favorites. So, but should be a good game. Mike, you watched them, right? Who are you picking?
I actually got Illinois. I picked them in the beginning. They are on a very good roll right now. They got that Shannon kid who's a stud. I think they're one of the highest scoring offenses. It'll be an interesting game because you have offense versus defense, right? So Iowa
Yeah.
State, one of the better defensive teams, and Illinois just rolling on offense right now. So it should be a great game to watch. I'm hoping Illinois. But Iowa State's kind of rolling right now, and like I said, I was wrong in the ACC, so they may just Oh, that's
John?
the Big 12. That's the Big 12. My bad. I was thinking NC State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so,
they beat a Pac-12 team, so they beat Washington in the last round.
They only
so.
put up 67 against Washington against Wazoo though.
yeah.
But Wazoo only
You're
put
gonna
up 50 something. So
See,
I
the
know,
problem is
you-
Illinois' defense isn't that good. So if it turns into a scoring fest, I mean, no, it's gonna very few
shot.
teams are gonna be able to play with Illinois. But Iowa
Agree with
State is more of a defensive team, and if Illinois is just gonna try to outscore them, it should be an interesting contrast of styles. But I'm gonna stick with Illinois.
John, who
So-
are you taking?
I have Iowa State, but I'm a little swayed by Illinois, and I think they'll probably take it. But because we're talking brackets and who I chose, and because I didn't know these two teams very well at the beginning, I chose Iowa State.
Nice. I think Illinois pulls it out.
you guys better hope so for your bracket's sake. So
I do.
I'm going to be
This is
honest.
one
I
that I
don't.
need for sure.
I don't even have my bracket pulled up. Like I don't know who I originally picked. I don't remember. But I'm going with the actual matchups in front of me. I think I'm going to go with Illinois. Let's see. Let's go Houston, Duke. John, who are you taking?
I think it's tough, but I think I chose Houston. I think it could go either way, but I just think Houston can do it.
Mike?
So, oh yeah.
So I actually had James Madison beating Duke, and that may be the most embarrassing pick I've ever picked because they lost by 30-something points. But
Yeah, they did.
But that was just a blitz fest. Like they were down 20 points early, and James Madison's a defensive team, so it's like
Yeah.
if you can't grind it out, it'll be interesting. Let me say this: Houston is lucky that they're getting this game in the Sweet 16 because of that double overtime game. They got the time to recoup, kind of make a little bit of adjustments. I think
Right.
the public's going to be all over Duke just because Duke looks so good. Houston looked bad. But it would not shock me to see. I got Houston winning this game, so I think Houston still gets it done. I don't think Duke's that good. I know they looked good last game. That one kid, had like 30 points in the first half or something. I mean, just single-handedly beat James Madison. But Houston may be another beast. And I think the game's in Texas, if I'm not mistaken, too. So
I think so.
So-
Drew, who are you taking?
Mike, don't be too embarrassed. I also picked James Madison to beat Duke. I just haven't believed in Duke in recent years. And and I've seen him a few times just get bounced in early rounds, and so I kind of was just like banking on James Madison pulling that off. I picked Houston to win this game against James Madison in my bracket, but against Duke and the way Duke's playing, I'm going to pick Duke. I think if they're going to come out, you talk about defensive teams. Houston's one of the best defensive teams, and Duke just put up 93 against James Madison. So if they can come out with similar energy, like it's going to be real tough for Houston. And if Houston gets down, I just don't see how they're coming back. So that's
Interesting.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Duke.
Ooh, I think I'm pretty sure I picked Houston to win that matchup. Let's go to the next one. The surprise, man, at NC State. I told you they won the title. They got a little swagger behind them. Now they're playing with some fire. Got two good wins in the first two rounds. NC State versus Marquette. I don't think they're beating Marquette though. Mike, what do you think?
Man, that so I don't think Marquette deserved to be a number 2 seed in the beginning. And that being said, I don't think NC State deserved to be an 11 seed in the beginning. They've proved a lot more to me. They got that big man in the middle, man. The crowd loves him when he gets the ball. He's
definitely
overweight, oversized, and
big boy.
he's just a favorite, man. And although they just went through that other guy, Lampkin on Colorado, who's a big man too. So based on that matchup, oh man, that's a tough one. I'm gonna take the upset. Give me NC State. I'll take NC State on that.
Ooh, I like it, John.
No, Marquette all the way. Nope, I had Marquette. I think going pretty far in my bracket, so I'm gonna stick with them.
Drew.
So I actually picked NC State to lose in the round of the last round. I picked them to win the first round, but I didn't think they were going to make it past to Sweet 16. So that's pretty impressive. They have a lot of momentum, but I got to stick with Marquette. I just think they're playing really well, and I picked them to win this round anyway. So got to go Marquette.
I really need NC State to win. I think I was off both of those picks.
Yeah, you need NC State to win for sure.
Let's go to the next matchup. You got UNC and Alabama. I'm going UNC. I'm just a Tar Heel fan though. Always have been a Tar Heel fan. Drew, who do you got?
I got UNC as well. I mean, just what they did to Michigan State is pretty impressive. I don't know how else to say it, but they just two impressive wins in the first two games. They just look like they're really good. I mean, Alabama, they've been playing well too, but they beat Grand Canyon, so good for them, you know.
They beat
but
the
I think
purple
North
electricity.
Carolina they beat the purple electricity. But I think North Carolina is just too good. So
Grand Canyon has to pay their fans, right? I mean, those guys are too.
Definitely.
They gotta pay to bring fans in there. And you know what's interesting about Grand Canyon? 3 of their starters were actually players that were supposed to go to like other D1 schools, and they ended up going to Grand Canyon. That kid, their main guy who got all the scoring yesterday, he had 2 heart conditions. That's the reason that he got dropped his offers from other D1 schools like Kentucky and Duke, and he ended up going to Grand Canyon. So I wonder if this NIL thing's really helping the Grand Canyon. I'll be honest, because it seems like they have athletes there. I mean, I thought it was Shea Gilchrist Alexander out there playing, for them the other day. To be honest, I was like, wow, that's Shea right there.
Big Shea.
But this matchup is gonna be fun. I think I picked North Carolina. But I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna go Alabama. I think Nate Oates is a good coach.
Ooh.
I give me Alabama. It's an interesting. They both play the same style. It's a run and gun type offense. Bama this last game got hurt early. They had an injury really early on, and they had someone foul out, so it kind of changed the complexion of the game. But I'm gonna take Bama in the upset again.
John, who are you taking?
I'm trying to remember what my bracket is, but I think I picked UConn. But I do like everything that Mike said. So I think it's going to be a high intensity, fast paced game. Both power school teams push the ball hard and they push it quick. So I do think it's going to be a high scoring game. This one I think is going to be one of the more exciting games, at least for me. because I think I respect both teams a ton. So it's gonna be a good game. But I think I chose UNC.
Interesting fact: the Oklahoma City Thunder, pretty young squad.
Yeah, I saw
As
that.
far as the NBA goes, right? Their average age of their starting five is 22.6. That's their average age. The starting five of UNC is 22.2, so not much younger than the starting five at OKC. That's I can't tell if that's the experience will carry them. But here's to hoping.
Yeah, no, this. I mean, it's in college. We've seen that a lot recently, where the teams that have players that last the 4 years, that stay all 4 years, they end up winning a lot. They just have that experience. They're more filled out. They've played together longer, so they know each other, and so they play better together, and they're able to just have a better team. I'm trying to think the last time there was just like a bunch of one and dones that came in and won a championship in college basketball. It might have been Duke, Jalil Okafor, and Justice Winslow, and all those guys. But even that team had a few seniors, like Grayson Allen, I think, was on that team, and some others that have been there for a while. So I might be remembering that wrong, but there was some continuity. Quentin Cook, they had a bunch of NBA guys, so that was the last time I remember kind of like a bunch of one and done getting it done. Other than that, it always seems like these more experienced teams with a lot of seniors and to pull it out. So it's good for UNC to have some older guys.
Definitely. Let's go to our next matchup in Clemson versus Arizona. I already know Mike's picking Arizona. I don't even gotta ask. Look at it, flexing the hat already. Had to make it all the way up to Arizona.
They're down. They're
This
down.
guy. Look at this guy. Okay, we'll skip him. We'll mute him for now. Just kidding. But John, who you picking in this matchup?
I have Arizona winning this one. I think Arizona is my other Final Four candidate. So I have Arizona winning this one.
Nice, Drew.
So
Yep, sounds good.
Spaghetti? You picking
Smells
spaghetti?
good.
corn.
Let me zoom in on that real quick. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So here's the thing. I picked Baylor to get here in Dayton, so this is my dead part in the bracket. Where my bracket ends for this little branch. But I'm going to go with Arizona. I didn't believe in them at all. I thought Dayton was going to beat them, and they proved me wrong. So I'm going to ride with Arizona on this one.
I am as well. I think I chose Arizona in one of my Final Fours. Let's go to. We got two more matchups left.
Really
Here we go. I know, right? We got Creighton versus Tennessee. I think I chose Tennessee to win this one because I'm pretty sure I had Creighton losing last round. Yeah, John, who are you taking in this?
I think I had Creighton winning, but I tell you, can't remember. I think Tennessee looks okay. I say that because I don't think they look great, but I do think that this is probably going to be their last game here. I thought maybe the last one was going to be it, and they pulled it off. But yeah, I think I have Creighton here.
Nice, Mike.
Yeah, Tennessee did not look good versus Texas the last round. I mean,
No, they didn't.
I was pretty saddened by that because I think I have Tennessee winning this next game versus Creighton. Creighton just shoots so many dang 3-pointers. I think they average 28 3-pointers a game, which is an insanely high amount. I'm gonna stick with Tennessee. I think they get it together. I think, Texas is a more defensive minded group than Creighton, obviously. And I think Tennessee plays more defense than Creighton, so I'm gonna go with Tennessee. Should be a great game though.
So I got to go Tennessee. So this is one of my predictions where I had Creighton and Tennessee in this round. So, and I picked Tennessee to win. So I got to root for them, and I'm hoping they do. They'll be all right. I think Texas was a good team. So just because it was close and it was a little rough. That's good. That's good. I'll get them ready for the next game.
Our last matchup of the Sweet 16, man, Purdue versus Gonzaga. I know John needs this one because I think everybody else had picked UConn winning it. And if Gonzaga wins, that means John's still alive in the bracket.
Also, if Gonzaga wins, it pulls me a little bit closer to Mike because I'm so far behind Andrew that I can't even see him anymore. So I'm really just I'm shooting for third place, guys. So that's not too bad.
Mike, who are you taking in this matchup?
Man, I'll tell you what, Gonzaga's size versus Kansas, I didn't realize they were so big. And Purdue here is big. I mean, they have the one big guy. Like I picked Purdue. Don't get me wrong. I picked Purdue going to my Final Four. But based on what I've seen, I'm gonna go Gonzaga here. I'm gonna go Gonzaga in this game. I think Gonzaga has the bigs to handle Zach Edey, potentially even get him in foul trouble. I mean, if the refs, you could call a foul every single time the guy gets the ball. I mean, he's just a giant out there.
Yeah, he is.
But I think that Gonzaga has the athletes to get him in some foul trouble, and which would create a lot of havoc for Purdue. And again, I don't think Matt Painter is that great of a coach. I think he's been blessed with some with Zach Edey, obviously. But I mean, you look at his resume; it'll be interesting. Mark Few over there in Gonzaga I think is a very good coach. So got a week to prepare. Give me the better coach, not the one tall, ginormous man on the court. So, which again, I picked Purdue. So I don't mind Purdue doing it. I know Gonzaga. I just want John to feel like he make it a solid pick. So I'm going to. I'm gonna switch over to John's side.
Love it.
You know what, though, Mike? You keep talking about this coach, but he's the guy. Zach Edey didn't just walk onto their court, and start playing. Like, he's the one who went after him, recruited him. So, he's done some good things.
Yeah, you're right. He did lose to a 16 seed last year. That's exactly right.
But you know what? He had
or 15 seed the year before, right?
What was the score against Utah State?
Utah State, how many? Yeah,
106 to 67. I mean, they put up almost a 40-point win against the number 8 seed. Got Dax.
How'd Gonzaga do against a real school like Kansas, though? I mean, come on.
And then they're one of the top 3-point shooting teams. So I don't know. I think they're hard to stop. They put up 106 points in a tournament game, so that's pretty insane.
It is pretty insane.
So I don't know. I'm going Purdue. I picked them. Hold on 1 second. Sorry.
No, you're good. Dax is swayed in his pick. Dax
said Purdue wins this one. So if you don't, he's trying to get me to look at the screen. He's like, "Look, Dad, they're gonna win. They're second in 3-point shooting percentage, and they have a big. You know what's crazy about Edey? He had a double-double in the first half.
Yeah, he did.
Against Utah State.
For me really quick. I appreciate that, Edey. Thank you.
Oh, really? That's nice.
Yeah. First half.
For those of you for those of you who are just tuning in, or is your first time watching us live, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Say hi in the comments. Let us know you're watching. We'd love to get to know you. In this next segment, I thought we'd do something fun here. Let's go through, Mike. This is solely going to be for you and John. What's up, Super Sole?
Super Sole.
We don't know who they. We don't care about them. Just kidding. Don't worry about it. So in this next segment, I'm gonna share my screen here. John, I want you and Mike to do a mock draft for your Niners. Okay. I'll have the draft speed on slow so we can on the screen we can see who's being picked as you go through. We'll only do for the first 4 rounds, but I kind of want to gauge what you guys and you can collab on it just like you were in a front office, right? And then come to an agreement on your selections. But I think Sound good to you guys? Anything else you
Sure.
guys want to lay out before we start this? Okay. Let's see here. So I picked San Fran, first 4 rounds, perfect, speeds on normal, and we'll start this draft. So out here on the left, you'll start to see the draft picks start going through.
Oh man, there goes Caleb Williams. I thought we'd get him.
Oh no.
Right. Once your pick comes up, you'll start to see maybe some teams that might want to move up in the draft and offer you some trades. You're able to take those if you want to agree on that, or you can go straight through and just select a player. Let me get that ad out of the way so you can see the rest of the board.
Oh man.
All
both of my
right.
guys
Here's
are
your
already been
pick.
picked.
Here we go. Here's your pick. Let's see.
Oh, you're killing
Wait,
So,
go
Jacksonville-
up. Let me see who's been picked. Who are you talking about, John? Who'd you want?
So Cooper D. Well, okay. So
Here,
we need
let me hide
need a
this.
DB.
Go ahead.
We either need a DB or offensive tackle. I think that's what we're
Oh,
going for.
that's who I
Cooper
had
D
right there
went
with
off
Arizona.
27.
So Cooper.
I had Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid or Cooper is either one. So I mean, I guess we can go with Max Melton. If we're looking for a quarterback or cornerback, I don't think he's been taken. Am I wrong?
He's solid.
Here's your cornerback list
Okay.
right here.
I thought that was too high for Max Milton. Though. I was thinking second round we could get Max Milton, based on what I had seen with my mock, right? So
Sure.
I was hoping for Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid was actually my wish list, right? I'd go get some. If we get him, I'm going out and drinking a whole gallon of Kool-Aid.
Well,
Like
I'm getting a
excited.
jersey because how many times you'd put Kool-Aid on a jersey?
I know,
think that's
man. Like,
awesome.
what a-
and I
what a
hope
name,
they put
right?
his whole name Kool-Aid. Like that'd be awesome.
I remember seeing him at Bama, and I'm like, Natalie. I was telling my wife, I'm like, babe, check out this kid's name,
His
Kool-Aid.
name's Kool-Aid.
I'm like, that's not it. That's his real name, like legitimate. That's not a nickname. So I love that.
That is
Kool-Aid
funny.
McKinstry was who I.
So you
I
guys
was hoping for.
you guys sticking with the DB first round?
So I would not.
You want to go different position?
Yeah. So I mean, I think John, hear me out. Again, I'm talking to you, trying to convince you. You convince me.
Yep.
I mean, we got to get a guard now, right? Like if
Okay.
the top 3
here's your
cornerbacks
offensive
aren't
guard.
around, I think we need a guard, right? The kid from BYU, is he still available? No, he was-
Looks like he probably was already taken if he's not in the top 300.
Dang.
Yeah, I think he's already taken.
Yeah, I was looking. His name is Sua Mataia.
Oh, come on, man. You know all them Polynesians are going out first. Like, what in the world?
Yeah.
I was
There's
hoping. I was hoping
there's a
he'd
lot
fall
of-
to us.
A lot of teams need the offensive linemen. That's for sure.
Let's see.
If
Let's see if I
that's the
can
case,
find him.
though, maybe we trade up, man. If those are our options, I think we trade up a little bit.
Oh, maybe
And then-
he's not on there.
Trade up and get who? Get one of our corners that we wanted?
Oh, he's a tackle.
Oh, he's a
Mike.
tackle. Here you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
There you go. It's the first one.
Kingsley.
Oh yeah, I'll take
Yep.
him. Yep.
Yeah, and everything.
We're
I
agreeing
read
on
says
that?
He could flip from left side to right side too, if we need him to. So
Ooh, taking Kingsley.
we need a
All
tackle,
right.
we need a guard, and we need a cornerback. Those are like the first three things. So if your draft is the way that it goes down, either we trade up and get a cornerback, but I think that's a little too soon to do that.
Okay.
I like John getting Max Milton in the second round.
And JC, what up, JC?
and getting this
There he
BYU
is.
tackle there. My guy,
Hey.
what's up, JC?
Big
Hey,
JC.
he said to tell you to let his boy Andrew speak every now and then.
Hey, go ahead and mute Go ahead and mute JC too.
You get a 10-second timeout too, JC.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are in agreement then. You guys want Kingsley, offensive tackle?
Yeah, we'll take
Yep,
him.
drafting him.
Think so, John?
Okay,
All right, let's do
draft
it.
him.
Let's do it.
Boom. Here we go. Draft continues. What are you guys thinking about as far as next position?
So again, I think we need a cornerback. I think if Max Melton's there, really nice cornerback. He can either play the slot or the slot or outside. Big athlete, runs a 4.39 40.
Yep, I totally agree with that. He's still there right now. Don't take him. Don't take him.
Hey!
All right. Look
So
at
do
that.
you move down?
No.
No, we got no. Wait, what? No.
Yeah, no.
We can't get excited about them not getting picked, and then we don't pick them. That doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
All
exactly.
right, here we go.
We
Picking them
gambled. We
back
gambled
round
waiting
2.
this long to pick them. So, and the Chiefs, remember the Chiefs just traded LeJarry Sneed, so they may get
Yep.
a cornerback back
Yep.
in there too.
Oh,
So,
that's true. Yeah.
so we
fair
need to
enough.
definitely
Here we
pick them
go.
right there.
Taking
Let's go.
Max.
Boom. All right.
All right, so you got your offensive tackle. You got your cornerback. What you looking at next?
A guard, right,
What are
John?
the-
Okay, so yes, guard or a tight end. And the reason
Okay.
why I say tight end is because we lost Charlie Warner. I'd like to be able to have somebody backing up Kittle. I know we drafted last year. We drafted Cameron Latu, and just like I thought, I think he got hurt. Braden Willis didn't hang with the team. I think he ended up being on the practice squad, but at some point. But I don't know. I like Jared Wiley. I know we could probably get him in the next round, but I do like that kid. Big body boy. He's huge. A little raw, but I think he can do everything that we need him to do. So that would be my alternative to a guard.
Okay. What about a wide
There's your
receiver
cards.
here? Do we get a
Ooh,
wide
wide
receiver?
receiver.
So do we get McCaffrey's brother? Is he available?
Ooh.
Luke McCaffrey.
He's going to be available. He's down at 155.
Yeah, he'll be available later on, I think. But
he's a 4-star. He was a 4-star recruit for quarterback, and he ended up switching to be a receiver. Last year, 12 touchdowns for 1,064 yards. So nothing to sneeze at.
yeah, McCaffrey, I agree, but I don't think we could take him right here in this round.
Okay. So then we go guard.
I think you go guard, or I think I could get on tight end. I just think guard is more important for us right now than tight end is. Whereas
Sure.
tight end, I do agree that tight end is we need to get someone in the future here. What guards are available? You got Kansas, TCU.
Yep.
South Dakota
A&M.
State, A&M. Man, I'll roll with you, John. If you feel confident on a tight end now, then we could get a tight end.
Well, the only thing is Wiley's a little raw, so I'm okay to go guard. Who's the second guard on there? I can't see.
Brandon Coleman.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, he's a big
You
boy.
okay with that?
Yeah.
All
Let's pick
right,
him.
let's see here.
Who would have been your
Boom.
ideal in this round? Do you guys have like a guard in mind?
I actually I picked a different draft than I think. I picked 2 receivers. I had a tight end available, so I picked a different offensive tackle. So mine was a little different.
Yeah, I had in the second round, I had a Christian Hayes from UConn going the guard there. So
okay.
I was
This
going
would
to
have been a
take
good
a
pick
guard.
still. Still a
What's
good pick.
that?
Still a good pick, but I think the cornerback's huge, and I think it's just because 3 of our cornerbacks are free agents as of next year, so we do need to stack some cornerbacks.
Yeah. So first round, I think you get Kool-Aid if we can, right? Because those 2 cornerbacks were taken, we went a little different route, right? We went with
Kingsley
tackle, right? Kinsley.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, we got the cornerback second. So I would have went in my perfect draft. I would have went cornerback first round with Kool-Aid. Second round, I would have went with a guard, and then third round, at some point we're gonna need a receiver. I think you still got some pretty good receivers about there in the third round as well. So, that would have been the way I would do it in a perfect scenario if they were there. So, but these are all the things we need. I mean, John and I are on the same page as far as needing these positions, right?
Sure.
All
This
right.
mock
Well,
draft thing's kind of fun though. We weren't able to prepare for this because we didn't know what it would spit out for the other 31 teams in the league.
I know that's
Here
pretty
I am.
cool.
Here I am. I thought we were gonna research and talk about who we came up with, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh no. It's kind of fun gambling on that second one though. That second pick,
Sure.
right? Like we're like, hey, he's still gonna be there. Max Milton will be there, and sure enough, he was like the next guy to be taken. So we had to get him.
Yeah.
So you got your fourth round, pick 124. Nobody's called in any trade offers for them to trade up. So you go on wide receiver. McCaffrey's still on the board.
They got Jerry Rice's son too.
Rice's son, yeah.
Yeah.
And we brought him in. We brought him in to visit. We looked at him just a couple of days ago. So
I'd be
I
okay
mean,
taking him. I would.
yeah, you can't go wrong. I mean, Jerry's already a fan. We don't want him going being a fan of someone else, right?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
He's
I say we draft Brendan Rice.
yeah. Okay, let's do it. I'm down.
Boom. Brendan Rice is done.
Now we
That
lose
was
our
fun.
5th round, right? We lost that 5th round pick or no?
Yeah, we did.
Because we don't know how to do math.
Oh no, we lost.
Oh,
we
you got
lost
it.
the 2025 pick, isn't it? So we
Was
go
it
You still
back.
got
2025?
another.
We go back 4 spots in one of these picks for I think it's this year, and next year we lose a
The
pick.
5th rounder. Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like they got 2
You
in the
have
fourth.
your. Yep, you got 2 in the 4th. You got the
You know,
132nd pick.
you want to know what's
So-
interesting? Just a little fun fact. This is our first time drafting on the first day since Trey Lance a few
Yeah.
years ago. So
Oh,
kind of a
you're not wrong.
kind of a weird position for us to be in, even talking about first day picks. So with round 1 and round 2.
Can you click the tight ends?
Yep. Oh, your
My
Jared
guy's
Wiley's still on the
there.
board.
My guy's still there.
I was gonna say I
don't
think
know,
he
Mark.
would be there. I don't know how big tight ends will be this year. So yeah, I think at this point if you want we could just get Jared Wiley.
So it's either that we go another receiver or you go another cornerback at this point. And like I think you can't go wrong with any one of those. Again, we drafted 2 last year. Cameron Latu, I think for sure is on the team. We just got to see if he can just stay healthy. That was his big thing coming out of college. It's a big thing in the NFL right now. So if he can stay healthy, I think he's serviceable. I really do. But it's and I'm gonna let you make this choice because I'm gonna sit here and tell you we do have a tight end on the books, right? I think he'd be okay. We do need another receiver and we do need another cornerback.
So I would take a cornerback here. I would take another cornerback
Yeah, that's
because
good. Good with that.
I don't think we go receiver in that round, especially when I mean it'd be kind of funny to get Rice and McCaffrey in the same round because I think that's probably the next wide receiver.
There is a mock draft out here that shows back to back and it's both of them. So and it's in those rounds. So that's funny.
Yeah, well remember Jennings is only signed for 1 year, right? So
Yep.
We have Jennings for a year, and then you also have, what's going on with Ayuk. Like, we're probably
True.
gonna pay him, I assume, at this point. But if we are gonna pay him, I mean, I think you only get 1 receiver here, right? We don't have a need for 2. So, I'm gonna go cornerback. Go back to the defense for me,
Ooh,
Mike,
you're
real
going
quick.
cornerback. Super Soli
Yeah.
said that Dallin Holker is the baby Kelsey.
Oh, the Colorado State guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want
Okay,
cornerback?
yeah.
Go ahead.
I think
Go
it's
ahead.
too early to get him though. I think he'll still be available even on our next pick. But yeah, give me the Washington State kid. I like
I'll
him.
go with that. Yep. I'll go with that.
Smith Wade.
Yep.
Boom.
I like him. So I think
feel
that's
like
a good pick.
People with 3 names really do well in the NFL. So
Y'all got 3 4th round picks? No way.
We have
I'll
Philly.
take that.
Yeah, you have 132 and 135.
Even
So
better.
is this where we get it?
Yeah, you have
what do we do here?
124,
Tight end?
132, and
I know we have 10
135.
picks altogether, so I just didn't realize there were 3 in the 4th round.
Oh, well, what kind of Niner fans are you?
We're definitely not
because
getting a kicker.
because we screwed up the we can't do our accounting properly. We were just trying to figure out where
Yeah.
that pick was.
They're
But
still
here's
trying
the
to
thing.
figure out the timeout, the
So-
overtime rules, guys. So
All right, well, you
Oh, sorry,
still
guys, I
Dolphins
had
fan.
to
The Dolphins fans the Dolphins are still at the beginning of the train station. But the one thing we do have to think of in this example is the fact that one of those picks is four steps down. So I don't even know what that means. And of course, when you're picking, you might be maybe who'd we choose last?
Washington State kid.
The Washington State kid.
Smith,
He might
yeah.
not be available.
Yep.
So it all just depends. But
Yeah,
but
Super
that's
Soleil,
fun.
you see that he said the Wazoo kid is very Hufanga like. You hear that we announced that Hufanga
I'm
is
good with that.
not guaranteed a starting job after his injury.
That's crazy.
I know. There's reports about that. And I'm like, man,
I don't think it's real. That's fake news.
it can't be, right? Like, I mean, this guy deserves, like, don't get me wrong, Brown played well, right? But I mean, like,
Sure.
like
Cut him.
Brown
Cut
also
him. He's
gave up
coming to
2
Vegas.
very big plays that hurt us.
in the
It was
yeah,
two daggers.
and he's young, and I get it, but Hufanga,
Sure.
like to me, he's just the heart of that defense, right? And especially without what's his name in there at linebacker. That's gonna hurt early in the year. What do we do there, John? Do you? I mean, because we
So
didn't feel
that's
that need. I know we picked up or we lost what's his name to the Eagles. Um,
I
they
think we
signed
picked
a.
up two or three linebackers on free agency. So we
Did
got
we?
the
Oh yeah, we got
Arizona
the Kansas
Cardinals.
City. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they're very serviceable. So I'm actually okay with that. And then I
Okay.
can't remember which one's which right now, but one of them's young. And so if we can ramp them up, that's what we do. We're linebacker U over in San Francisco. So I would definitely be happy with that.
Now is Dre's out the whole season,
Mm-mm.
or have they said
I think he's out till
like playoffs?
November, October,
Really?
November. No, I
That early?
think. Well, I mean, I have to look at it again, but I think he's going to come back somewhere around that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So it's
so
just,
who you guys taking in this last pick?
Oh,
What
I didn't think
position
we
are
had
you
one more
guys
pick.
trying to fill? Yeah, you got that 135th pick after the Wazoo kid.
do we get another
Oh.
running back at this point?
Well, we got to get tight end.
Yeah. New Hampshire.
Hey, your
I didn't
guy's
even
still
know New
there.
Hampshire.
Yeah, hey, we got to pick him at this point. I brought him up.
Go-
Might as well just pick
Do
him.
me a favor, real quick. Don't go to
Yeah.
running back. Is
Go
there
to
a
running
kid from
back.
New Hampshire on there?
Yes.
Does
Oh,
that
the
say
top
New
kid.
Hampshire?
Yep.
The Dylan something. I can't see it.
Dylan Lobb.
Wow. I didn't even know New Hampshire had a football team.
Oh, I was like, I thought you were trying to sell me on getting New Hampshire kid. I'm like, all right,
No.
well, what
I'm
does
like,
he
I don't
do?
even know. Like
He makes
you guys
sandwiches
ever
after
heard
the
of New
game. All
Hampshire
right, we'll pick him up
University?
then.
You
Hey,
ever
when
heard
you
of New
just go-
Hampshire University? I'm
when
like,
you go
I'm
up to the
confused right now.
combine and just boss it out. Who
Hampshire.
cares where you're coming from?
No, that's fine. Go ahead, get that tight end, John. I'm good with that.
Jared
All right.
Wiley, let's go.
I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
That's a good
there's
draft
your
already, man.
Hey, does it
That
give
looks
us a
there's your
grade?
6 picks.
Does it give us a grade or anything?
Oh, that would be cool.
Well, I don't think you can see the D on there, but there's a
the-
D minus. So just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, like,
I
what
was
the
like,
heck?
I'll give you
wow.
guys a
No,
grade.
no,
I'll
there's
give you
no
guys a
grade.
grade.
I'm just
A+.
kidding.
I'm gonna
I'm
figure
just
out to
giving you
mute you,
crap.
dude. I'm gonna mute you somewhere.
Yeah,
I love it.
That's
I love
fun.
it. I
That was
love it.
fun. We gotta do that
That
with our
was
team.
cool.
That's fun.
We'll do that again at a later point, maybe closer to draft, to see if you guys would change your mind. Because I mean, obviously, there's still more free agency going on. We don't know who's going to be signed, who's not. I do want to run this again next week. I think next week we have a Chicago fan lined up to come in and do a mock draft for them.
there's
and
Chicago fans out there.
Yeah, there is.
I
My
mean,
buddy is.
you know.
Huge,
No, I
huge
know.
Might need
Chicago
to
fan.
might
I
need
have
to
a
look in
buddy
the
too
garbage
who's a big
somewhere.
Chicago fan, but
Just
yeah.
kidding. And then possibly a fan from for Baltimore is going to be coming in
Oh,
and doing the
yay,
draft next
nice.
week, so that'll be good. If not, I think I can pretty sure I can line up Super Sole to come in and do a mock draft for Cincinnati, or at least plug in one of his 30 mock drafts that he's probably already done already.
There we go.
Nice.
Okay, so before, let's see. Let me reset this here for boom. And now to come to the dark
Raiders.
side. The Raiders. I actually had a
Real quick, I saw Bo Nix in our mock draft like 2 picks before us. So how the Raiders didn't get him, I'm surprised.
hey, relax.
It's the
We don't-
Raiders. Come on, man.
That's
We
true.
trade up.
Raiders,
We trade up to get a punter. Come on now.
Raiders are definitely getting
They got-
Sebastian Janikowski's brother.
They got Gardner Minshew. It's Aiden O'Connell or bust with them. Don't worry
That's
about
true.
it.
That's a good point.
All right. Okay, here we go. Let me start this thing here. So there's plenty of rumors. Like everybody knows that that Antonio Pierce wants to trade up to get Jaden Daniels. It's like it's no secret. It's probably terrible that everybody knows that he wants to trade up for him, so they're going to ask top dollar, right? Like I'm going to ask every pick you possibly got.
I
in order
heard
to
that
move up.
I read a report today that said JJ McCarthy is almost a lock to go number 2. Did you guys see that?
Oh no, that's not
His
okay. That's
his
not.
Number two,
odds went from plus 2,500 to plus 400 in Vegas to
No
go
number
to US.
two.
way.
Wow.
That's what I'm reading, that the
Oh my
Commanders are gonna
goodness.
go, JJ McCarthy. I don't know. Maybe I saw some stuff on Twitter
Hmm.
and I was like, what? Am I reading this right? Like, is this really going on? I mean, it could just be, smoke, right? And Vegas trying to get people to take that side for all I know. Um, but yeah, but
They're
even them drafting Drake May surprised me. I thought they'd go
the.
Jaden Daniels.
I think the
What?
Commanders are gun shy on Drake May because of how Daniel Jones turned out. So they're like, man, we can't get another kid from North Carolina, and that's what it looks like. So
What are the odds they try to swap with Chicago
Who?
Commanders
I don't think Chicago's listening at
with
this point. I
Lincoln
think
with Lincoln
Chicago's
Riley at there in Washington? What are the odds they try to put together some package to trade up for him?
wait,
Like
Lincoln Riley.
or what's his name? Yeah, the dude that just took the OC job. Hold on.
Lincoln Riley's at USC, right?
Was
He's still there.
oh yeah, no way.
not Lincoln Riley. Kingsbury.
Cliff
Oh
Kingsbury.
yeah,
Okay, yeah. Okay. I was like,
Cliff.
what did I miss, man? I'm in Arizona for one
No,
day,
no,
and
Kingsbury.
Lincoln
Yeah,
Riley's in
Cliff.
Washington. Yeah, Cliff Kingsbury. I mean, he wanted. I don't know, man. He wanted Kyler Murray very bad, so I, I,
Maybe
I'd
they'll
be
trade for
shocked.
Kyler Murray. Good for him. He can get him
Yeah,
too.
Arizona would gladly
$5.
give him. No, I don't. I don't think anyone's getting. I think the Bears are getting Caleb Williams. I just think there's nothing more to that story than. I mean, they wouldn't have traded all they did. They have no quarterback right now. They're all in on. Like that's like the most lock of like tune in to pick number 2 for the NFL draft.
So my biggest shock, if I'm the Raiders now, I am a Michael Penix fan. I do like how accurate he is. I am a little gun shy on him because of all of the injuries he's had. I really like Bo Nix though.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
really like Bo Nix.
Big
And
arm.
even if
Big
it came
arm.
down, let's say it came down to you see up here JJ McCaffrey got picked at 11. If it came down to JJ and Bo Nix, I know a lot of people would pick JJ over Bo Nix, but if I was in that front office, I would still pick Bo Nix over JJ.
Am I wrong when you look at Bo Nix? You think a little bit of Drew Brees and maybe a little bit of Justin Herbert, just a little bit. And I'm not saying because they're Oregon. I'm not saying that. Like, just look at their games. No, am I wrong?
I think Bo Nix had a lot of adversity, right? Like he was at Auburn, wasn't panned out as the Bo Nix that he was hyped up to be, but I think he had several like coordinator issues because then he transfers to Oregon and all of a sudden like explodes. Like where was this? I'm pretty sure he was a
Sure.
5-star recruit coming out of high school, and I love the competitor. The thing that makes me gun shy with McCarthy is that I don't think even in that national title game that if they didn't have that if Michigan didn't have that two-headed monster at running back, that JJ would have been that great. Like I don't think they would have won that title game.
I agree with that. I do. I agree with that.
So, which is why, okay, I mean, I get he won the national title, but was it necessarily? I don't know. A lot of those touchdowns were really long runs. So,
I agree.
but
I agree. So
I'm
are you
taking
getting
Bo
Bo
Nix.
Nix here? Are you
Yeah,
okay?
I am.
I
I'm
like
taking
that
Bo
pick.
Nix.
So if I was the Raiders, that's who I would pick. But being that the Raiders are the Raiders, I do not think they make that pick.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think like John said, they're all in on this Aiden O'Connell, and I'm like, I don't know that like that's a very Raiders move.
Who they give us? Can we see who they gave us?
Yep. I can scroll back up.
Oh, we
They
got
gave you
Kingsley too.
Yep,
I saw
you got
that.
Kingsley at
Who did we get in the
38.
first round?
First round, a guard, Barden
Okay.
out of
Sorry.
Duke.
Thanks.
Out of Duke.
So yeah, guard tackle for us, huh? Okay.
Okay. Got to protect Purdy.
It does. It's kind of eerie to me that Penix is still on the board.
Why not just
Right.
draft him too, Raiders?
There you
Well,
go.
what in the world? Why not? No,
Get
I'm
5
actually going.
quarterbacks on it.
I'm actually going running back,
Oh,
and I am gonna take Corum out of Michigan. Short,
okay.
shifty, strong. I think he.
Really?
Yes, I am.
You need a defensive tackle. You need a cornerback, but you think the running back position's a little bit more important to fill right here?
Yeah, I know they're kind of high on Zeus right now on Zamir
Okay.
White.
Yep.
I just don't know if he can carry it. I don't know if he can carry that much of a load. I mean, he showed out in 2 games. Like that's what they're basing their whole thing off of is 2 games. I know that they're looking at DB. I honestly think we'll be okay at DB. Because we had a lot of injuries there this last season.
Okay.
I think that I think where we really need help though is at linebacker. And so in round, this is pulling it, but I think in round 3, I'm gonna take Jeremiah Trotter Jr. out of Clemson
Okay.
at linebacker. Raiders made that big signing deal at D tackle with Christian Wilkins. They also brought back Aaron
Oh, that's
Butler
true.
Edge. Who's on your
and
edge?
John Max and
Obviously,
Kuntz.
on the other side. Who?
Kuntz. Malcolm
How's
Kuntz.
he?
He actually did really well. Like he had his best year of his career last year.
Okay.
You
He's
need some O-line help too.
Yeah, definitely need some online help because we lost a couple
For
guys.
depth, you need depth. It's not your starters, in my opinion, but it's probably your depth. Well, maybe one of your starters, but it's probably your depth.
I wouldn't mind if they beefed up the O line for sure. I think we're fine at tackle if I remember correctly. Parham's still there. I didn't get a good look at any of the O linemen. I don't know if they're gonna get I mean, there's rumors that they want to sign a wide receiver. I don't necessarily want to go that route. But if we can beef up our trenches, that would be awesome. And if it were to come down to,
you need a tackle. Colton
yeah.
Miller when he's out, you can't have El Minor or whatever how you say it.
Illuminor.
He's a right.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a right tackle playing either right or left. So
I don't even think Illuminor is there anymore. I think he's signed elsewhere.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he just signed, and I could be wrong, but or maybe he did resign. I know he was on the fence though. Select the 5th round. I'll have to relook at that. Anywho, I would love to get another tackle for sure. Let me think here.
When are we going to see Andrew's mock draft of the Dolphins?
You're right. He's gone.
Right. This is going to be my last pick anyway. So
all my picks.
Whatever. For those tuning in on Instagram, make sure you come over to YouTube. Tune into YouTube. The Instagram only allows us to go live for an hour before it automatically cuts off the stream. They haven't fixed the glitch yet, and so they're still trying to figure that out. So if you do want to continue on before it cuts out on you, because it looks like the timer is going off here in a second, make sure you come over to YouTube at Jam Pack Podcast. For this last pick, let's see. I'm gonna go with the Missouri kid out, offensive tackle, and I know we only have 4 picks in the first 4 rounds. Not like the Eagles, man. What the heck, dude? Eagles got so many picks on that. You want me to see what they auto drafted you guys?
Oh
I
yeah.
did want to see that.
Here,
They gotta go receiver. in one of
another guard, huh? A D tackle. Okay,
another
So-
tackle too.
here we go. Let's see. First round, you went offensive guard. Oh, hey, what
That's
happened
the
to
Duke
the
kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Duke
actually
kid.
not a bad pick.
Dang. Oh, there we go. Round 2 got Kinsley. That's where we saw that. Round 3, what
Right.
D tackle McKinley Jackson. Out of
Do we need
Texas
another
A&M.
tackle, man?
But we'll every year we just
True.
it doesn't even matter if we need it.
And then
Yeah.
in the 4th round, with your 3 picks in the 4th round,
Guard.
Yeah, you got the offensive guard and then another D tackle. Why so much linemen?
So we don't even got a cornerback. We don't even get a
No.
defensive back in that.
What?
Yeah.
Well, now
Mike,
mind you,
I'd rather just pick a running back at this point. Just pick a freaking running back. You'll be all right.
We do that every year.
Jeez.
it does do automatic trades on those, on some of those. Like some of those teams will trade up, offer things, because I don't see that 3rd pick in here for you guys. They must have traded down
Oh,
for
yeah.
something else.
Got it. And then
Yeah,
we got one on
right
the
there.
back end.
Right. So I mean, definitely fun to do. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Anything is Kool-Aid the guy that you're putting your hopes in for?
I am. I think
Yeah.
he's a day one starter for us. He's
Ooh.
got Alabama experience. I think he's NFL ready. He's fast. He's tall for a defensive back.
Sure.
I like him. But again, I mean, if we get that guard from Duke or even the 2nd round, I think we got to get that tackle from BYU. That's if we go those 2, I'm okay. Whether it's the guard in the 1st round, and tackle in the 2nd, or cornerback in the 1st round. If we get a defensive end, I'm gonna lose it. I'll be honest.
But I
Yeah.
think it depends on who it is, though, because like I would really like Cooper DeJean. I like his height and I like his weight. To be honest, like he's a little heavier for DB, but he's gonna lay you out, and I like that. He could jump real high, real big athlete. I think Kool-Aid's better, so I just want to make sure we say that first, right? But I would definitely be okay with Cooper DeJean if we couldn't get him. you know.
Yeah. So,
But
so
I
you're
don't
saying,
I don't want like a 4th or 5th on the list. I don't want a 4th or 5th DB first. I'd rather go offensive line if we're gonna do that, right?
So you think we have to address offensive line and cornerback in the first 2 rounds, yes, or first 3
Yes.
rounds?
Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat as you.
Okay.
I guess if I don't get the first two DBs that I like, then we need to go offensive line.
Down. what?
Look at Drew.
What is he asleep?
He's asleep.
Oh,
Wow.
sorry, Andrew.
Not asleep, guys.
Andrew
No.
cuts
Go-
off like Instagram
go-
after
go
1 hour. He's
Yukon.
out.
After 1 hour, that's it.
Andrew and Instagram go down after 1 hour. That was a good NBA talk we just had. Fellas.
Didn't you get the
Tuckered
comment
him
from
out.
earlier, man? You're supposed to stop talking to let Drew speak every now and then.
Man, I was letting him. I asked him who he wanted for his Miami Dolphins pick. No,
You want to do one for the Dolphins, Drew? Are you the question? Real question is
I'll
are
call
you
your brother-in-law
going in
first.
on the Dolphins? I know.
Oh yeah, what's
Are
your
you
team
gonna
this
go
year?
all in on the Dolphins? Yeah. Who's the team
I'll-
you're going with this year?
I'll let you know, guys. I need to wait till the draft is done. Do my analysis.
Wait,
Mike
wait.
Allen
This,
draft. He's
You
talking
wait
about
till
the
the draft
the
fantasy
NFL
draft.
draft or the fantasy draft?
He's talking about the fantasy draft.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I
Like,
need
is
to
he
know who
trying
my
to figure
quarterback
out
is.
how everybody stacked the teams and then say, well, the Chiefs. Yeah, okay, cool.
Oh, dang! You're picking the Chiefs already, John? Is that a hot take right now?
No, I feel like that's what you were going to do there, buddy.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When the Chargers let go of Mike Williams, I'm like, oh man, if the Chiefs end up picking up Mike Williams,
Oh,
like,
no.
come on, another big receiver, fast, like
That's what they do.
downfield threat. Ah,
That's what they do.
Yeah, but they got Hollywood Brown instead. Still got the
Yeah.
downfield threat.
still got downfield threat. I am glad that they traded away Snead.
Me too.
Like as
I
soon
was
as that
shocked at
alert came
that.
up, I was like, oh yes!
I said the same thing. I'm happy about that.
I was glad
Especially
about
to the
that.
Titans, where
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Titans are pretty well. The Titans are cleaning everybody else's. I'm not gonna say trash, but they're picking everybody else's scraps up in a good way, right? The Titans look pretty formidable, at least on paper.
Yeah.
So we'll
Yeah.
see.
Agreed.
Well, they got to be able to play together though. That's huge,
on
right?
paper.
Hey, is Derrick Henry not signed yet?
Oh no, he
Oh,
is.
no,
He's a
he's with
Raven.
Baltimore.
Oh yeah,
He's
with the
with
Ravens.
Baltimore,
Ravens,
right?
Ravens.
yeah.
Ravens.
Sorry,
Okay.
I keep
I was
thinking
gonna say, I
Dallas
was like,
is going to sign him, and Dallas doesn't want to do
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, yeah.
so
Okay,
I keep thinking
so
that.
here's my question: with him signed to Baltimore, does he elevate Baltimore's running game at all?
if he stays healthy, man, Baltimore running games have been a curse for the last 4 years. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
so
since
Baltimore
Ray Rice,
already
they've had it.
has a good running game. It doesn't matter who's at running back because obviously they had
Right.
like 4 running backs and they were all doing good, right? So it's got to be their running scheme,
Right.
that their blocking scheme, however
But
they line
they're-
it up.
But they've never been much of a power running team, right? And I look at Henry as a power back versus a
Correct.
speed back. So it's an interesting. I mean, I don't know.
Hey,
J.K.
Gus
Dobbins,
Edwards-
right? Like he's got power, but he's not Henry power, right? Like
Sure.
I
I think he's like
they've
an
been
in between.
speed. Yeah.
Gus Edwards is more
Right.
well, but like a slower Derrick Henry. Like he's
Yeah.
gonna get you your 3 or 4 yards that you need, but he doesn't have that turn on burst where he's just gonna, he can't turn on the afterburners. He's in.
And keep in
fourth
mind,
gear-
how
fourth
old
gear
is
already.
Henry at this point? I mean, Henry's got to be getting up there in age. I mean, he may not be up there in age, but he's up there in mileage, right? For sure.
Yeah, mileage is the thing. Yeah, for sure.
Dude, he was up there in mileage in high school, bro. What do you mean?
Oh,
I-
It was
man,
like
yeah.
I know.
4,000 yards in high school or something. Like, it was some
Crazy.
wild. But he is 30. He is 30. So, I mean, still, he's Derrick Henry, right? Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. Baltimore, regardless, Baltimore did sign in Derrick Henry somebody who will pass the ball and complete a pass in the playoffs.
In the playoffs. It's more than Lamar Jackson.
More than Lamar.
That's for
Man,
sure.
it's a sad truth.
That's funny.
He scores touchdowns no matter what. It's fine. It is what it is. For those of you still tuning in, let me pull this up. Yeah, make sure you to subscribe to us on YouTube at Jam Packed Podcast. That's Jam Packed with 2 M's. Right, click on that notification button so that you can view us live. We are live every Monday, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Jam Packed Podcast, on Twitter at Jam Packed Pod. If you want to be a guest on our show, make sure to reach out to us either on Instagram or on Facebook. Oh, there's the jock right there. That's a future superstar. The future superstar that is going to be interviewed first on this podcast.
Yeah.
Right, Jossie? That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. We get you first, right? When you become a superstar, you're going to come to our podcast, right?
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. From all of us at Jam Packed Podcast, stay safe out there. Be kind to one another, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Later, fellas.
Bye, guys.
Enjoy your spring break.
Oh, yeah. Spring break.